So, I just want to go through these tweets. What has been the after effects of the campaign when we had that great announcement of the Zack Snyder's cut being released? Were you there? Did you watch it on YouTube? So here's the couple aftershocks that I've just seen on tweets. This is round about the beginning of July, so it's not altogether new, especially by the time I upload this video to YouTube, but at least it was put up, at least at some point, and great positivity was there, and it's good to reflect on that. So here is Alex's tweet here, right, and I'll read it out to you. A Batman that kills and who has lost all hope, actively trying to be the hero he once was, after realising he's been no better than the man who killed his parents, is 10 times more interesting than a Batman that never breaks his no-kill rule. Yep. That's what he did. That's what Zack Snyder did for each of these characters. More interesting. So there's another one from at the bottom there in the picture. Hashtag Hope Lives. Hashtag Release the Snyder Cut. Hashtag Release Zack Snyder's Justice League. Brent M. Coffee remarks, there are so many of you in Zack Snyder's Justice League and RT FC movement, Release the Snyder Cut movement, who have brought me laughter and made my days better. You know who you are. Setting aside the trolls on Twitter front who are continually a pestilence and hover over others who are doing good, be gone, good will prevail. And that's what I have said in my past videos. There's good people and bad people in every sort of movement there is, in every sort of group of people, and this guy, who is not one of them, I believe, it's because he mentions there are many of you in the Zack Snyder's Justice League and Release the Snyder Cut movement who have brought me laughter and made my days better. You know who you are. Well, that is the community that has helped release this film, not the so-called trolls, although those trolls of the cut may have produced some sort of laughter and made life a bit more interesting. So who else do we have? Now, here's a guy, Jemry Conrad. Okay, he goes and tweets, and I've heard this many a times, and I've said, what you talking about? And I've seen posts saying, oh well, Justice League's getting a soft reboot, and here are confirmed casts, not mentioning him and everything else. What rubbish are you talking about? Are you talking about some sort of weird news that came out last year? Is that what you're talking about? Because I believe he's already had more contracts signed, and he's actually been given a fresh health, and she's already making more movies. So Jeremy Conrad, what else did he post? Right. Well, Jeremy Conrad, the extended history lesson with Darkseid is fake. Desad was in it, but not. Darkseid and Desad, I don't even think was finished. January. Conrad again. The Snyder Cut lie was started by two big fan Twitter accounts. It went viral because people are desperate to feed their confirmation bias conspiracy theory that Warner Brothers is keeping Lord Snyder's Cut hostage when it doesn't exist. Big Conrad there again. I don't know if you can see that. It's kinda bright. Right. There is no finished Zack Snyder Cut. VFX artist who's working on Aquaman right now flat out says there is no Snyder Cut. Right. And now as we look at one of his tweets here, in this picture, in it it says, "Good thing Xbox Scorpio is sounding like it will mop the floor with the PS5. Won't have to buy one of those and give Sony money there either." And it says hashtag boycott Sony Spider-Man. Boycott Sony Spider-Man. I'd rather boycott Disney Marvel Spider-Man, to be honest. And to be honest, I think the proof is in the pudding, because when you upload his picture, it is basically MCU Cosmic. So it's a biased Marvel Disney supporter when his comments. And that is the trolls. That is the haters. Somebody that is being biased. So we go on to somebody that has actually favoured the DC, Mark Hughes. I've actually spoke to him a couple of times. That's him there, right? Mark Hughes, he goes on and says, "No, there's not an official announcement of a rebooted Justice League. Official and confirmed. Don't apply to any fan sites and media sites reporting something." Our studio artist is saying, "True, these rumours have been around for a year and every so often pops up every now and again, and we update it." So he's just ignore these stuff. And so as we go back, what is this? On Vero, somebody had posted, weeks after the Snyder Cut reveal, when the fever pitch surrounding the anticipated HBO Max announcement had cooled to a simmer, Snyder reflected on the impact of the day. He was still feeling emotional reverberations of the release of Snyder Cut movements. Snyder Cut's movements had fought win. I wanted to honour the fans with what the fans had created by trying to do this announcement in a way that would be dramatic or cool, he said. Our intent was just to try and honour what everyone had done by giving them a reveal that was worth the effort, if that was possible. And in truth, I don't even know if that as a concept was possible. Snyder understood better than anyone how much time and energy was spent raising and maintaining awareness of the Snyder Cut of Justice League. He had tracked every step of the fierce battle waged by the RTC Snyder Cut family to convince Warner Brothers to allow Snyder to finish his incomplete vision. He supported their efforts by educating naysayers and backed the charitable fundraising campaigns that often were associated with RTSC movement, and he shared what would have been his own dream scenario plan for the celebrity Snyder Cut reveal if the world had not been drastically affected by the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020. So he had planned it for a while and he wanted to do it in style, to release this in style. And Mick D, he goes and talks about the woman. I think you asked it. This is so incredible, historic justice. That's not to say they rushed the announcement. Snyder's a born showman, and in this moment he had the audience eating out of the palm of his hand. Cavill leisurely reminiscing about the filming of Man of Steel and the massive impact on the actor's career. They strolled down memory lane and eventually expanded in a spirited conversation as hand-picked vans joined the Zoom call with pre-arranged inquiries. The group had a wide range of topics, dancing around the only question every audience member was finally Snyder's fan Daniela Cares from Chile cut through the nonsense. I have a question that is the motherlode of all other questions as a fandom, she said. You release the Snyder Cut. And it goes, and when he shared that picture, Zack Snyder went, awesome. Lewis replied, we love you so much. Danny cares, and I love you all, good and brave people. We did it. I'll take this love with me forever. Those 20 minutes were the most nerve-wracking and fulfilling of my life. And this is a good one. Amateur watcher, and this is a good fact. Anyone who in March was saying the Snyder Cut doesn't exist is not a reliable source for any type of info. So there you go. So if you listen, so if all those people who you were saying doesn't exist, unsubscribe. That bangs it on the net. And now speaking of Henry Cavill, because he was there on the release, I'd like to share this little article about his thoughts. Ever since the 1980s, Superman has struggled on the big screen. 2006 Superman Returns tried and failed to recapture the magic of those earlier movies, and director Zack Snyder's non-traditional take in Man of Steel divided fans. Now as Henry Cavill's future in the DC Extended Universe hangs in the balance, the actor confessed one thing he's been tempted to do. Cavill made his debut in Superman 2013's Man of Steel. The film was essentially kickstarted the DCEU. Then the actor returned for both Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice and Justice League. But because of a lack of clear direction for the DCEU, Cavill was faced with an increasingly difficult task of leading his franchise. His franchise? No, it was meddled up, and it was Zack's franchise that got screwed with. Despite the growing pains the DCU has encountered, Cavill has remained steadfast in his commitment to the DC superhero. He plainly admits he wants to continue playing Superman, but what remains to be seen is whether Warner Brothers will give him the chance to reprise his role. That's the question many DCU fans desperately want the answer to. The controversy surrounding Cavill's digital moustache removal of Justice League slightly didn't help clear up matters, but it did stoke the fires of release the Snyder Cut campaign in 2020. Years of effort paid off, with Zack Snyder's Justice League set to debut on HBO Max in 2021. Since Snyder and Cavill announced that project, that rumour mill has been working overtime regarding the latter's DCEU's future. One popular report even claims Cavill's Superman will face Dwayne Johnson's Black Adam. While he finds the rumours frustrating, Cavill believes, it's a good sign. The important thing is that people are excited about it, and I think it's important to be excited about a character like Superman, Cavill told Variety. If people are chatting about it, and even if they're making stuff up, it's okay, because that means they want to see the character again. In an ideal world, I would absolutely love to play the character again. He posts the picture, Cavill, Zack Snyder's Justice League, and below it, in his tweet, just had a little chat with Zack Snyder after a Man of Steel watch party. Ladies and gentlemen, it finally happened. The Snyder Cut will be out next year. Never know, there have been two camps over the whole Snyder Cut thing, and whether it will happen for a while. Just remember, we all get to have more Justice League. Now it's a win-win, so be nice to each other. Big congratulations to you, Mr. Snyder. But the Man of Steel has fought the urge to participate. Cavill does keep up with all the rumours surrounding his character, but when Variety asked him whether he speaks about it online, the actor denied taking such action himself, and he has chosen to do so for the most. Superman's reasonable. It doesn't seem right. I'm not going to lie, I've never been tempted, but there's something about that feels deeply immoral when it's about Superman. And if I'm representing Superman, it just feels the wrong thing to do. I'm just going to let this play out. Me saying something isn't going to make a difference. What does it really matter? One day people will know the truth, and if they don't know it now, it's okay. For many fans, the wait for an official DCU announcement regarding Cavill's role has been rough, but a ton of DC reports have been coming in, including one that claims Superman will be a supporting character for now. We imagine Warner Brothers will clarify what's next for the DCU very soon. And he has been quiet, and I have seen the character of Superman in comics like Identity Crisis, knowing the evils but still being quiet, and it kind of questions that he's not all that good, Superman, is he? He's still got a bit of the darkness in him because he's only human. But for Cavill to speak up, you could say he's doing it for because he's representing an iconic hero, and by him saying something, it could throw fans that went, oh no, he just wants more of him. It could backfire on him. But then when you have Ben Affleck and Gal Gadot and Jason Momoa rooting for this film, and Ben Affleck is a well-known actor, for a Justice League, for a team to stand together, to be united, you would have thought at least you could have said something to help lead the team. You always be my Superman, Henry Cavill, but in real life, I don't know. Well, leave your comments and thoughts down below, and I'll catch you next time.